let's get this open. I'm gonna need a little bit more light over here, so I'm gonna have to move some stuff out of the way. Got my tea basket. I'm gonna tea basket out of the way. Let's get everything I need to get a light over here. Get my sugar and stuff out of the way. This is my little tea area right here. I like to drink my teas and relax. So let's have a look at this, so we can see what's inside the box. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paint this down onto two different surfaces downstairs. One's gonna be painted with one screen, and one's gonna be painted with the other. And then we can get this started, because I'm curious to see what's inside this box. So let's start. And let's see, let's start from here. Let's see. Let's see what we got inside. The box is still sealed. I have a friend of mine, he ordered the exact same paint as I did. He's going to confirm with me when he opens his up that he got the same label I have. Let me make sure we didn't get any cartoon labels or any other nonsense. Hold on for a minute. All right, yeah. And again, he avoided the light paint. Look at this. There you go. That's a scam artist right there. So we requested the UB Mix, the light version of this, or whatever this is supposed to be. This is not UB Mix, Mr. Crow. So bottom line is, we're going to call PayPack and get a charge back on you. We're going to reorder again, because this is not what we ordered. This is not your product right here. So you want to play games, not a problem. We'll order again. Look at this. So let's go online and let's see what your UB Mix is supposed to look like, or what you sent us here. Told you we wasn't going to send over light gray screen paint over here. He wasn't going to do it. He just watched one of the screens fade out. Not a problem. We're going to use this. This is not a problem. We're going to use this because it's a gray screen. Keep in mind, gray screens don't show up on black technology. They come up a little dark. We know that for a fact. But this is not the UB Mix we requested. You sent us something completely different. Look at this. This guy is so terrified of his product, terrified that we want to test this stuff, that he's probably going to avoid what we asked for at all costs. So I'm going to call PayPal today. We're going to do a chargeback on you. We're going to request that you send us the product we requested. I'm going to show your email conversation we had in our email about asking you, requesting what we asked for. So if you want to play that game, you don't want to send us what you're supposed to send us, then we're going to have problems here, because it clearly shows that you have something to hide. This is not a UB Mix. So that's the game you want to play, not a problem. We're going to do a chargeback on you in a few minutes. Let me go hit this account real quick. Hold on, you can't see my different business account is there. I'll show you. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Yeah, you call me a scam artist, and look at this thing right here. Okay. Let me go this far over here real quick. This is coming from a fellow who basically protests any form of dark or black screen paints, and yet you send us this over here. So let's see. over here real quick. So it doesn't make you look good, Crow. It makes you look really, really bad. We requested a UV mix. The UV mix is not that color. I know the color of UV mix. It's kind of like a kind of bare silver screen kind of look to it. That's why he wanted to come over here, because we said in the demonstrations multiple times what we requested. I said it live in the demonstration. We were requesting a light gray screen paint from you. That's what we requested, because we wanted to see a side-by-side demonstration of your screen paint next to bare silver screen or any of the lighter gray screens. You deliberately sent us a darker screen paint knowing the outcome of what was going to happen, that we were easily going to be able to match your product against a cheaper paint found at Home Depot or Lowe's. And this is why you sent us a color this dark to begin with. I'm not worried about it. I'll get my money back. I have PayPal. I'll just go back there and file a complaint and get my money back as not as described. And we'll order again from you. We'll order again over and over and over again from you until we get what we requested for. And every time you don't send us that paint, we're going to post you as a scammer. Because the bottom line is, this is not what I asked for. This is a not as described item that you sent to me. Now, in detail, I'm going to have this order, the money sent back to us. We're going to process the order again. We're going to send the order again. And I will request, again, UV mix. That's what we asked for. No UV mix, UV times 10, 20, 20. None of that nonsense. Simple and plain, a UV mix. First things first, Supreme 8 show images outside. How's it going to wash off a wall if the screen's showing an image outside? That's a Supreme 8 right there. So before you start talking, understand what you need to be talking about. That's a Supreme 8 right there on the wall. See, you got to be careful. No. That's a Supreme 8 right there. I'm all over the house. So first things first, I got 126 downstairs. I got another one in the room. So if it washes off the wall, and keep in mind, indoor, how technology going to wash off indoor if the image is producing an image in outdoor? Right? Okay then. Please, come on, man. Don't come on my channel talking that nonsense. Common sense, people. Common sense. Indoor. I mean, you're sitting here live watching me, and you're going to say wash off, and you're sitting there watching me live. You want customer demonstrations? I got a bunch of customer demonstrations. But the fact that you came here on my channel telling me that it washes off, and I'm right here live. Again, with the humble pie. Get a glass of milk. I don't want you to choke. So how are you going to sit there and say it washes off and you're watching this live? I said people don't think when they talk. All right, let's move on. But yeah, unbelievable. I knew he was going to get out. I knew some way he was not going to send us over that paint. I knew he wasn't going to send it over to us. Let me come over here real quick. All right. So let me see. Let's go pull up. Let's see what we have right here. Here we go. Conversations with Mr. Crow. Here we go. We will start with the UV mix. That's exactly the conversation we had. That's what he requested, what we asked for. We asked for UV mix, the conversation we were having back and forth. That's the product he was supposed to send over. Not this. This is not the item we asked for. It doesn't make a difference. It's still not going to show up on our black screen. The item we asked for in that demonstration was UV mix, and the UV mix was supposed to be tested against another high performance screen. He sends us over dark mix. He's not going to send over a light mix to begin with. We just sat there and asked him for a light mix. So how do you get that mixed up? If you ask for me for Supreme 8 and I send you a Supreme 7, wouldn't you know the difference between the two? All right then. If someone says you ask for a green car and someone sends you a red car, would you know the difference between the two?
If you don't know the difference between the two, clearly you've stated yourself to be colorblind. I know the difference between a UB mix and particularly what we have right there. That's not what I requested. And the fact that he didn't send that paint over clearly shows that he's terrified to do that demonstration. Now, as for you talking about my product washing out, this is my screen right here on my ultra short throw projector. Oh, keep in mind, I'm sorry, our lights are a little dark in here in a fully lit environment. I do demonstrations outside. So keep in mind, he doesn't do demonstrations that kind of ambient light to begin with. But like I said, I want to check on his page. I want to see this new screen paint that this is supposed to be his product, because I don't think it is. I requested a UB mix, and that's what I requested, and I didn't get it. Oh, it's a darker mix. I'm sorry, but here's the thing. The product we asked for was not a darker mix. It was a UB mix. Should we go to one of his YouTube videos? Because if I asked for that, this what should have came out. So all of a sudden, he's going to switch over to a darker paint. Keep in mind, a darker paint, when we requested what we asked for a UP mix. That's what we asked for, a light gray mix. Why would I sit there and say, oh, I'm going to test against, we're going to do a contrast demonstration on a screen that's already dark? But keep in mind, this is not even black. So if it's not black, it's still not going to show contrast on our screen, because our screens only black screens can produce that image. But again, like I said, even if he avoided it, we're going to request again. We're going to request for a UB mix, a light gray screen paint mix for Mr. Crow. That will be asked for today. That order will go through today for a light gray screen paint mix. So nobody here gets it mixed up or confused. A light gray screen paint mix will be requested, because we will match his product against other light gray screen paints. Now let's go over here real quick. That's what we requested. First of all, to the Crowholics that come into my room talking nonsense, why in the world would I talk about doing contrast demonstrations if the screen paint was going to come in dark to begin with? In every conversation that I had, I said we requested a light gray screen paint mix, the UP mix. You check any one of my demonstrations, that's what I said in the demonstration. That product is supposed to be light gray, not dark. The minute we request this, automatically he switches and designs a new paint and sends it out. This is supposed to, because this is his way. He doesn't want to do that side-by-side demonstration. But it doesn't make a difference, Mr. Crow, because if I have to order every last screen paint you have and have it here, we will. It'll be done today. And there'll be no excuses. What, are you going to discontinue it? Because if you discontinue it, that tells you he's hiding from it. We'll order it again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to order another one from him tonight, right now. I'm going to order the UP mix, light gray mix. And I'll show you the emails, the conversations we'll have back and forth of basically of what we requested. And if that paint comes back not light gray again, then that tells you right there, the man is fearing, he's running. Let's look it up real quick. Crow's UB mix. Here we go. You see the color of that screen? You see the color of this? That's not the same. That's two different shades. Doesn't make a difference. Keep in mind, look at this. This is his paint right here. And this is the technology we test our stuff on. We test our stuff on dark screens. As a matter of fact, I test that black screen over there. For instance, you see that black screen right there? This is the technology we test our screens on. This is a black screen. Now, if a black screen can't put an image on our screen, look at this. Right. Yeah, this is going to still be a cakewalk.
So look at the color of that screen right there. A UP mix is not dark gray. That's what you call pulling a fast one. But this is what we'll have to do, Mr. Crow. We'll have to order all your screen paints. We'll have to order all of them. So that way you don't get any confusion on what we want. You don't try to be slick or try to hide or try to basically get under the radar. We'll just order everything you have and have it down here. That way we can have a library of your stuff and we can do the demonstration with the UP mix as we requested. Fake the unboxing. This is really funny. All right, so let's begin. This is going to be interesting. Oh, and by the way, this right here is the, let me see. This is the Paxson right there. This is not going to hold up. It's not black. It's not going to do what it's supposed to do. But we'll see. Now, mind you, when he did his demonstration, he didn't test his black technology against it. Actually, he didn't test his paint against this paint. He did a light gray screen because in his demonstration, he wanted to show that our paint came up dark. So this is what he used. He actually didn't use this. He actually used the a personal mix. So in order to do his demonstration to make our screen come up dark, he had to do a lighter screen. But we'll request it again. 2020. It looks like all Metallica paint. That's what it looks like. It's all mixed with Metallica paint. Oh, no, no. Look at the color of this. Okay, yeah. This is not going to pull up on a Starfield. This is not going to pull up on contrast. It's not black. So let's get this open. Let me see. I should have a stand in here or something. Let's see. Let's get something to get this open. I need a blade or something. I should have my stand in here, but my stand's not in here. We'll put that right there for you guys for a minute. Open this up. This message. Here. All right, hold it for a minute. I got to get something to cut the top open. You want to go berserk with the tape? Let me see. All right, got to get a knife open so we can just open. Look at this. Because keep in mind, we tested our stuff against Black Diamond, and Black Diamond is darker than this. And it's got this taped up pretty good in here too. Where's the deal? Seriously, dude. Oh no, that's not going to go well. And it's running toward that. Look at this. Let's see. Let's get a roller. Oh, we can bring the freshers out. Give me a minute. Got to drop the roller. We got to put a fresh roller in. Grab a fresh roller. That's my machine up. All right. I think I got some new ones over here or some other ones over here. So we'll put an order in today for the light gray screen paint mix, Mr. Crow, as we requested the first time. And we will do that demonstration on the bare silver screen. That is definitely going to happen. So we're going to put that order in today. We're going to make another $124 today. I just thought about something. All right, this is what we're going to do. Now, since you sent us a dark gray screen, and since you protest dark gray screens, we are going to test your white levels on this technology versus some other gray screen paint. How about that? That'll be an interesting twist. Because remember, if this is a dark gray screen paint that he's making now, let's see how well the white levels come up if we do this on a lighter gray screen versus this screen. Let's see how dark the color gets. So we'll test on that level too. This is going to take multiple, I'm gonna have to take 2 on this because for some reason, I'm gonna show you something. You still see for sale sign on the other end. So this stuff is very thin. Unbelievable. Hold on for a minute. It's very thin. I need another roller. Let me show you. If I can find mine. All right, we'll get another roller. This is my other roller. Let me set you down for a minute. The paint's very thin, and it's not covering too well. All right, this is some of our coating on our product. This is my coating right here. So I'm gonna show you the difference. Well. I wouldn't be surprised if this was you have to do half minutes with some white. Put this against my screen. No, this is not going to pull contrast. Look at this. This is not going to pull. He's going to have a problem with this. Problem he has is screen's gray. All right, it's a dark gray. And I told you we did dark gray screens already before. A dark gray screen, we can blend into a dark gray screen easily. So we're actually going to be able to blend into his screen with no problem. It's going to react the same way as the dark screen mix we made over here. Exactly the same way. Thank you, Mr. Crow. We're going to keep this one right here, definitely. And we're going to actually request the other ones. It's going to do exactly what it's going to do. So mark my words, this is what's going to happen. Because it's dark gray, what's going to happen is we're going to blend in this screen easily. Our black screens produce high enough white lights to actually blend to actually lighter screens. So a darker screen of this caliber will be able to blend to this with no problem. One of the things when we bring up the GE or we bring up some any form of contrast demonstrations, this is not going to be to produce a 100% black level. Okay, let's get this to dry real quick. That shouldn't take long at all. Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, this is going to be fun. I'll show you why. Because when we test those screens, we test them against black screens. So that means this would be the gray screen print I showed you we used in the demonstration. Look familiar? We made this. So this screen, if I take it, where's my stand at? Hold on for a minute, people. Let me get my stand. I got stuff all over the house. See, a light gray screen is not hard to blend into. Technology is already producing a high. This is me all day long. Literally, this is my job all day long. Finding stuff that I can't find in my house. All right. There we go. It's drying. It should be drying no time at all. We got to do it upstairs because due to the fact, like I said, I got to track down my stand. It's in here somewhere. There's twice. Looking for something that was probably already there in my house. What the freak? Where's my stand? Okay. Got a Where's Waldo incident going on here. I need my stand because I need it for work. Literally cannot find it. Wait a minute. Let's see. Try to figure out exactly where the heck my stand is at. That's a dark gray screen. I don't think you should have sent that over here, my boy. Because keep in mind, if that screen, the images that are going to come up are going to be black. If that screen's not 100% black, it's going to come up dark gray. Man, where the freak did I put my stand? How do you lose a freaking stand? You see me walking around my house, right? I literally don't see the stand anywhere in the house. I'm going to go downstairs to the shop. It's probably standing somewhere in the corner or somewhere else in my shop. Let me see. Oh, there it is. See? Tell you, my place is like a Where's Waldo. I would have never saw it. Right over here in the corner. It's like a Where's Waldo down here. So keep in mind, if he made this product, and this product is something that he is selling on his website, I want to see these demonstrations he's doing on the screen. If he doesn't do any demonstrations on the screen, that means he made this product strictly for us. And like I said, throughout all the demonstrations that I was talking about, we wanted a UV mix, a light gray mix as we wanted. We got it here. We got something darker. So, I am going to place another order with you, Mr. Crow. We were requesting your personal mix. That's what I want next. So that should be dry because I'm not putting a wet screen against my screen. That right there is a dark gray screen. And it'll be dry pretty soon. It'll be up here. You can play with it. Not gray. If that screen has a hint of gray in it, it's going to pull up just like that. Now remember, in your theory, our product was supposed to be so dark that you couldn't see it. So we can prove that one too here also. But also too, if you are developing a gray screen paint, that means we can put you against the lighter gray screens to show exactly how your screen stacks up to theirs too, because our screens can blend into a light gray screen. Let's go over to real quick, I'm curious. We'll have it here upstairs pretty soon. Let's bring up an all black screensaver. I would do black level test. That's what I said. And it doesn't make a difference. I've tested black diamond before, and black diamond screens are the darkest screens I've ever seen. That's the darkest gunmetal I've ever seen on a screen. But they can't pull black level. The screen technically is not black. Let me see. Let's pull up a. Let's see, we need something dark. And this is called black level calibrating. Let's see. Let's bring up the star field. Don't worry. You're going to think you passed by this one by sending us a dark gray screen. We're going to actually order all your screen paints tonight. I got an extra $1,000 sitting in my bank account. You're going to make some money tonight, my man. I'm going to order all your product. Get that side-by-side demonstration as I requested. As I said before, we'll have your product over here. As I said, we've been talking about it all week long by testing your screen paint against lighter gray screen paints, and you sent us a darker mix. But like I said, you're not gonna get away with that. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna order your gray mix again. We'll order the, like I said, I'm gonna order the personal mix, and I'm still gonna get that cinema black from you because I do want that. All right, let's see what's going on downstairs. What we got going on? Was supposed to be about contrast. Keep in mind the challenge that we gave Mr. Crow, light gray screens. That's why he sent us a darker mix out, because he knew for a fact that if we bought a light gray screen paint in here, we did side-by-side demonstrations against lighter gray screen paints, and we did contrast, his screen would actually show the exact same thing as the rest of them. And the only way to get out of this situation is to send us a darker screen paint mix, which means it makes it impossible for us to do that demonstration, which is not a problem because, like I said, I got an extra $1,000 to spend. You're going to make some money, my friend. I'm going to request it again, and we're going to do this all over again. So let's get his. This should be dry by now. Also, too, Mr. O, keep in mind that you made a statement about my black technology being so dark that you couldn't pick up an image on it. If that technology, my screen, blends into your screen, that means my screen has pulled a high enough white level to blend into your gray screen. Keep in mind, with being actually a few shades darker than your screen, which means the claim that you made to begin with by saying that my product was so dark that the image wouldn't show up means basically the bottom line is you falsified the whole entire thing to begin with. If my screen is darker than your screen, then it should not pull up, it should not be able to match your screen in any way whatsoever. And I want to see demonstrations you've done on the screen. As a matter of fact, even better, you should do a demonstration against your light gray screen paint versus a darker one when it comes to contrast. Oh, I know he's streaming me. That's not a big problem. You have to put 2 coats in this. Oops, I got you guys upside down. But don't worry, he's going to make some money tonight, because tonight we're going to actually request for his light gray screen paint mix again, because he avoided the demonstration. We asked him crystal clear, and every demonstration I shot, I asked for him to actually send us the light gray UP mix, because we were going to test it against other different forms of screen paint. So Crow, I know you're watching this. You'll actually get a PayPal or a payment from us today. Everyone's here to hear this. We are requesting, again, a light gray screen paint mix, and we will place the order today. Your order will come through, and I expect to have the item at my house. We will pick it up, and we will proceed this demonstration again. I know you're trying to postpone this as much as possible, but it's going to go through no matter what. So everybody here bears witness that we are basically requesting from Mr. Crow, again, a light gray screen paint mix. We will request your personal mix. That's what we're requesting. And when the personal mix gets here, we will do the demonstration as requested, as we said we were going to do, your screen paint versus what's in this can. And keep in mind, I got a special mix I had in this can made over at Lowe's. Very special mix. This is designed for your UB mix personally. All right. This is also designed personally for your their personal mix. So when your product gets here, and we're going to order it again, we're going to test it what's in this can. You're kind of curious what color it is, isn't it? It's a very interesting color. Trust me. And keep in mind, when we show you what's in this color, with how this is made, when it matches his product, this will cost you probably about $17. You don't have to add anything to it. Nothing. Just like that. We got to put a little more on here. His screen is it's thin. As you can see, the paint's very thin, so we're gonna do it again. 2 on some half and half. We're gonna have to see exactly the difference between your screen and a light gray screen too also. So let's see if we get this rolled in. There we go. So like I said, bear witness today. We're going to request this. Everyone hear this? We're requesting for Mr. Crow to send us the personal mix, light gray screen paint mix. And when it gets here, we're not going to wait around. We're going to do the unboxing the minute it comes to the door. We're going to set it up against these screens. Actually, I'm going to paint these screens ahead of time. We'll do 120 inch outside and we'll set them up. We'll request you again. All right, let me let this dry. I don't, this looks like soup. Also, I would like to see some demonstrations of you using that product. Okay, doke. Let's go back upstairs. Can't put a wet screen against my screen. Orders for the day. Also, too, good news. We just signed. We're about in the process of signing a distributorship contract. And as you can see, Mr. Crow has realized that also. That dark gray screens are the best way to go, because if he didn't, he would have stuck to his guns and stayed with his UB mix. So think about it. He's trying to push to make a black screen, because why would you send us something that you despise to begin with? Not too dark, the images are too dirty, and this is what you talk about in your demonstrations. But now you're making a darker screen, which means I was right when I said contrast was everything and that light gray screens were pretty much of the past. So by you sending us a darker paint, basically you prove my theory by me saying that a screen without contrast, and I hate to say it, and it's true, it's worthless. Because it can't pull contrast, it can't pull black levels, it can't pull deep dark colors. So the fact that this man has been protesting all this time about our product being too dark, and you don't want to go with a black screen, and a light screen is the best way to go, has actually sent us a darker screen paint, which means if his name is on it, that means he's supporting darker technology. And that means that all the time that he was actually telling you to buy this particular light gray screen paint, that it was the best way to go and to stay away from the darker paints, he was actually going to turn around and do it himself. We've been sticking with black technology for the longest time. So it kind of makes you kind of look bad on that also too when you think about it. Because keep in mind, you've been doing these demonstrations about saying, oh, it's green, and now you're supporting black technology, trying to support black technology or darker technology, which means my theory was right. You realize probably when you're watching TV or whatever, epiphany probably hit you and you probably saw the screen was fading out and washing out. So now Crow is doing dark screen paint now. Yeah. So how does that make you feel for all of those who pretty much bought his product based on the fact that he told you that a dark screen was not worth your time? Now you have that screen in your home, and now he has a darker screen paint. And he's probably going to tell you, well, you know, if you want to upgrade and get better contrast, this is the best screen to go with.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that update. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's why he's going near contrast. That's why. He's buying, he's actually changing over to contrast. This is a person who protested that black screens were not worth the money, and now he sent us a darker screen with his name attached to it, which means now he's supporting darker technology. I told you, only two things happen when it comes to business. That's my bathroom over there. You gotta excuse that. Two things happen when it comes to business. Either you can sway with it or you get crushed by it. And the fact that he finally realized that all this time that I've been telling him that black screens are the way to go, this man has switched over to a darker screen. That's gotta hurt. When you sat there and listened to this man campaign on why black screens are not the way to go, and why you should go with a lighter screen and get brighter, more beautiful colors, and he persuades you on it, and you brought that product for him to turn around and make a black paint, or actually a dark gray paint. How does that make you feel now? We've been talking about black technology from day one, all right? We've stuck by it. You haven't seen me in the middle of any of my demonstrations say, hey, look, here's a light gray screen paint. This is where we're going to go. No. I've always stuck with that black technology. The minute we've realized, when I used to develop light technology back in the day, and I realized that when I saw the contrast of a black diamond against my screen, that's what changed my opinion when it came to darker screens. Crow has been protesting that a black screen is the worst way to go because the colors come out darker, it comes out dingier, and now he turns around and he sends us a dark gray screen paint with his name attached to it, which means he scammed the daylights out of you guys. He sold you on something and it turned around and actually did the same thing that I'm doing right now. So he copies just about everything we do over here. It's right there on this container. Can't deny it. It's right there on his container. He scammed y'all. He made you believe that a light gray screen was the best way to go, and I've been telling you from the door it's not the best way to go. They can't pull contrast. Yep, he was always for the lighter mix. Ron is sitting there telling you the truth. You look at his videos, there's tons of videos of him basically slandering our black screens, saying it's not the way to go. The best way to go with a screen is a light gray screen. And then he turns around and he sends us a black screen, actually a dark gray screen. So you bought that product and believing that, bottom line, that was the best. And he turns around and oh man, that's messed up. That is messed up. That is really messed up. So let's get this dry so we can get this up here. That is messed up. When you think about it, that is messed up. At least when you buy a black product from us, I'm not bathroom. This is a bathroom, okay? At least when you buy a black, we tell you that the screen is not going to be to produce a high enough white level, higher than a white screen or higher than a gray screen. We tell you all that from the door. But this man convinced you that a light gray screen was the only way to go, and you wanted to stay away from a black screen. Go look at his demonstrations. I could post tons of his links at the bottom of my video of him protesting that a black screen is the worst way to go. And then he turns around and he sends us a very, very dark gray screen at that, with his name attached onto it. His logo is right on that. What name, logo, whatever it is, it's on there. So, how far do you trust Crow now? Now, the part that Crow missed in the demonstration, I think he didn't get it. We said this many times in a lot of my demonstrations. I sat there and told you that when doing white levels, that a black screen will never have the ability to be able to produce a white level as bright as a gray screen or a dark screen, due to the fact that the screen is going to be slightly lighter than the black screen itself. Did I not say that? Many times. But you see in our technology, we're able to have the ability to be able to blend into some screens, as in high-end performance screens, but also too when it comes down to screens like the Elite Dark Star 9, which is a very dark gun. It's a gunmetal screen. And this right here, I can tell you right from the door, we're going to be able to blend this screen with no problem. That's not going to be hard to do. White levels, the screen's going to produce a bit of a higher white level because, like I said, it's a gray screen. A white screen versus this screen, a gray screen versus this screen, like a light gray screen, would actually produce a higher white level than this with no problem. If I take the Cinema Gray 5D and I stick it on this screen right here, this screen is going to produce, that screen is going to produce a higher white level because, like I said, it's a lighter screen. This screen is going to produce a little bit better contrast because it's darker.
I think Mr. Crow basically now has changed his, you're probably going to see him probably start selling this to you now. So now you're going to be paying about $80 for this product that he basically just tested, because he said that black screens were the worst way to go, or gray screens were the worst way to go. And the best thing you want to do is go with a lighter gray screen, because you can get a much more brighter and better image. But we'll see. Now, he has a paint called a Cinema Black. I'm guessing the Cinema Black is black. Is it straight black? Because keep in mind, I'm going to keep going back. Crow, you have to understand that when it comes to black screens, our screen produces the highest white level on any black screen. That's what our technology is designed to do. But we're going to be able to blend in your screen perfectly. But I think it's a shame that you push such a hard campaign about black screens being the worst. As in, the colors come up too dark, they come up too dingy, they can't produce proper white levels. So what we're going to do is we're going to take your screen paint right here, and we're going to stick this on a white level. That's what we're going to do. Because if this is what you're advertising now, then that means you have to go through all the demonstrations that we've been doing. You have to basically show what's the difference. Oh, as a matter of fact, you know what? That's an interesting theory right there. We'll get a darker gray screen paint, and we'll actually do white levels on this one. This is even better. But I think it's sad that he sat there and sold you guys on the fact that light gray screens were the best way to go, and that fast he switched around to a dark gray screen. Okay, let me see what we got going on here. This is still a little wet right here. I don't want this mess to end up on my screen. Let's take this upstairs. It's pretty much halfway dry. Besides, if my screen gets a little damaged, I'm planning to turn it into a 9 pretty soon, so that's going to make a difference. I'm actually coating my screen to a 9. Oh, real quick, I got to show you something really quick. Remember when you thought that the 9 that we were displaying was actually black? I'm going to show you something really cool about the 9s. This is a 9. See the strange color it has? You thought the 9 was dark gray. It's not dark gray. You see the difference between your screen and a 9? You can't even figure out the color, can you? You actually went on YouTube, splashing. That's the technology of a 9. That's your screen right there. Can't figure out the color, can you? But it looks black. Let's put your screen against it. Oh, I hate that projector. Please don't bring that projector. That Valve projector is garbage. I'm sorry, but it is. Don't get me started on that, man. You're going to start me getting heated up. That projector is not even 4K. You do know that's not a 4K projector, right? Pixel shifting? Really? I mean, I'm sorry. Not to be rude to you anyway whatsoever. I do apologize if I come a bit harsh, but it's not towards you. I had a conversation literally with the CEO who actually has those projectors on Facebook. It's pixel shifting, man. It's not real 4K. It's not even native 4K. It's a fake 4K. And if they're going to tell you that, hey, look, guess what? All 4K projectors do that. No, they don't. You know why? Because we have the capability to do 4K. If we didn't have the capability to do 4K, that would be virtually impossible. Ooh, it is gritty. If we didn't have the capability to do 4K, it would be possible. They would do pixel shifting. Then you would have no choice because you wouldn't have enough pixels there to equal 4K. But in this day and time where 4K, that's a bunch of pish posh, man. And that projector is not even 6,000 lumens. No, that projector is 2,500 lumens. Okay, let me show you something real quick. This is my ultra short projector, my Optima GT56, right? My projector is 3,600 lumens. Look how close it sits to the screen at 3,600 lumens. Do you have any idea how powerful 6,000 lumens is sitting that close to a screen? Oh my God, man. Your freaking retinas will shrink. That's a lot of freaking power. The projector I have here in the room, this projector right here, That's 43. This is a 4300 lumen projector. You're talking about 6,000 lumens. LGs are nice. All those are nice. The ones I don't like are those fake knockoff projectors. I don't like them. 6,000 lumens. You're going to tell me you're going to get 6,000 lumens off a projector that's sitting less than an inch away from your screen, man. There is no way in the world you should ever have a problem in that room with any form of ambient light that strikes that screen. No form whatsoever. Hopefully this sticks. There you go. Now keep in mind, our screen was supposed to be so dark. No, you didn't upset me. Not you. You're good, man. You're good. Me off. That's what pisses me off. Oh my goodness, man. I got into this huge freaking debate with these jokers in a room, man. It went on for like an hour or so. And this guy was trying to convince me that it was 4K. I was like, no, dude, that projector's not 4K. It's using pixel shifting. Why is it using pixel shifting in this decade in time? That's not even, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Crow. You're not fooling anybody. That's not even whatever you put in this is not what it is. Look how black this is. He doesn't even make anything this dark. So what kind of scam you trying to pull, man? What kind of scam is this? Because you don't have anything this dark at all. Now, clearly, I paid this man $124 of my money. I'm not worried about that. We're going to order all your screen paints, Crow. You're not going to get around this one. Yep. He doesn't make anything this dark. That means he basically sent me a product knowing throughout every demonstration. Keep in mind, when I was talking, I was telling y'all that we're going to test his screen paint against a lighter grade screen paint. If someone's going to tell you that, what are you going to do? You're going to send them the opposite. And keep in mind, it doesn't make him look good because that means if he put his name on this, that means he's basically switched over to a darker screen, meaning that the bottom line, all the while he was telling you that black screens are the worst way to go, he was just taking your money. That is messed up. Let's see if you order the new paint. He doesn't make a screen that dark. Let's pull up a, let's see. We need to pull up a black level. That's what we need. Let's see. We need to bring up, as a matter of fact, let's blend the screen. Oh, I'm definitely going to blend the screen. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Stand. Oh, yes, I need my stand. Yeah, I need my stand. Yes! Oh, this one. All righty then, let's get this. All right, so first things first, let's bring up, let's see. Oh man, we got to do some other screens against this. But keep in mind, this is his product. This is something he made. But let's toy with them because, like I said, tomorrow we're going to order. Actually, I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to order your UV mix tonight. Let's go to clear and let's put up a, let's see, black. Yeah, black. Let's put a blue screen up first. So if you see right there, our screen is pulling up a deep blue on 4,300 lumens. Dude, your gray screen is not, if this is your technology, still not good. And the fact that I feel sorry for people who just sit there. I feel sorry for anybody right now who just bought gray screen paint from him and just saw that logo on there. You must be thinking like, wait a minute, what the freak? Let's go up to sky blue. Yes, look at that. Okay, my screen is supposed to be okay. And look at the image it's pulling up. Mind you, my screen is jet black. That you have to understand. The white levels on my screen are that high. It's jet black. Even with the screen at dark gray, and I know black diamonds are gunmetal. They're dark. So if we did this next to a black diamond, it wouldn't react. It would a little better because black diamond is a little bit different. But let's go pull up a. Let's see. Let's pull up Let me see. Black levels. Hey, Crow, you do know my screen is jet black, right? So if my image was so dirty and your screen slightly, if this is your screen and it's supposed to be slightly lighter than ours, we're maintaining a white level on a jet black surface. Let me look at this real closely. Yeah, he just said this is a whatchamacallit. Hold on for a minute. This is what I'm curious about. Dude, I know what you did here. Like I said, any screen's gonna pull up a black level. Let me see what we got here. This screen is, looking at this. I want to see the screen on his whatchamacallit. Give me a source. Yeah, but he's working on a black screen. So bottom line is, man, that's messed up. Basically what he's telling you guys from the door, that black screens aren't that good, he switched over to a black screen. Again, like I said, he doesn't make a dark screen paint mix. He did this to sabotage the demonstration. That's why he did it. Because through the whole entire time, we're talking about his light gray screen mixes. That we want to do side by sides. He doesn't make a black screen. This is the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. He can't be honest and he can't be fair about anything. So like I said, we'll just order again. You guys got the this is a live demonstration. You're going to hear me say this. We're going to basically place the order again. I'm going to show you the email, and in the email, I'm going to have him request. He's going to send us a personal mix. None of these games, none of this nonsense, none of this wasting time. I have a company to run out of time for this nonsense. Crow, you need to be a man, and for a UB mix, that's best for it. You don't make anything this dark. That is pathetic, dude, man. That is pathetic that you do stuff like this, man. That is really that you carry yourself this way. I thought you'd be a little bit more professional. So bottom line is, by me sending you something, you know what? Forget it. This is what he does. Doesn't make a difference. You're saying this is what this guy does. Period. You know what we asked for. We know what we're requesting. And this is what you send us. But not a problem. You're not going to get away from it. We're going to go back in. Buddy, let me tell you something. My product works. I have demonstrations on my stuff that actually works, and I do a lot of live streams. So keep in mind, I have customer demonstrations on my product that works. Crow doesn't do demonstrations on our level. So if you got nothing better to say, you know what I mean, just keep your mouth shut. If not, if you're going to still talk, I'll block you. So no, he doesn't do our same demonstrations at all. But this right here is not basically what we requested. Let me go in, let me see. Let's bring up a blue screen. Blue screen. Your screen is still coming up too light, buddy. Let's bring in, we're gonna blend your screen. You got a dark gray, we're gonna blend your screen. Let's see, let's go with the green. Because in theory, our product is supposed to be so dark and sense my in your screen, which means our white levels would be high enough. Yeah. So pretty much in theory, bottom line, by Mr. Crow saying whatever this mess is that he made up, LG Short Throat's a good projector. Whatever to have, if our product, our black screen was considered to be so dark, there was no way in the world our product could actually push a level this high to be able to blend to his screen. That'd be virtually impossible. Keep in mind in the demonstration he showed, our paint was supposed to be so dark that you couldn't make out an image. Let me see. I need the. And as you can see, his screen is it's actually much lighter than ours. But we're going to blend the screen. There you go. I told you. We can easily. You can't even see his. You can't even see his screen there anymore. It's gone. All you see is the white tape. I told you. We got a black screen. Mind you, my screen is black. His screen is gray. I told you we can blend black. We can blend a gray screen just like that. So that means the white level of my screen would literally have to be so high that would have to be able to mimic a gray screen knowing the screen is black. We can mimic a gray screen easily. That means a black diamond screen that's a gunmetal, we can blend into a black diamond easily. You would never know his screen was even there. So keep in mind, all the demonstrations that Mr. Crow was saying that my product was so dark, even when he tried to make the dark screen, if he made the screen dark enough, then the chances our screen putting up a high white level would pretty much be slim, knowing that his screen would be a little bit of a dark gray, he would pull up a higher white level. Didn't realize that the white level on our black technology is literally so high that we can blend a black screen. Look at this. Can you see a screen anymore? We actually submerged this screen. It's not there anymore. Want to get close? Want to figure out where his screen is at? Let's do where's Waldo. His screen is right there. This is his screen. Dude, don't ever judge my credibility when it comes to white levels on my black technology. If I blended your dark screen, what the heck do you think I'm gonna do to your light gray screen? And I've done screens against lighter screens than yours. Look at this, man. Y'all can't even see your screen anymore. We're gonna play Where's Crodo. Oh man, are you freaking kidding me? We got the lights on. Hold on. We're blending your screen, dude. So all that theory, keep in mind, all that theory that Crow was throwing out by saying, no, his screen is so dark. His screen is black paint. His screen comes up dirty. His screen comes up dark. Not only did you turn around and design a black screen paint, which proves my theory was right, that black and contrast was the only way to go. Sooner or later, this guy's probably going to turn around and swap out all his light gray screen paints for a dark gray screen. And that means those of you who sat there and spent that $80 on that freaking screen or whatever you paid for, and he convinced you that the best way to go was a light gray screen, oh man, he got you. He got you.
He got you. He got you. Now, keep in mind, when he was doing those demonstrations, he was smearing that black paint. And look how dark the image comes up. This is your darkest screen, and we're matching your screen with a black screen? Oh, yeah. I'm ordering all your paints tonight. All of them. I want all of them. I'm ordering every last one of them will be here. I want every last one of them. That UV mix, whatever personal mix, we definitely got something for that. I'm going to take my Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. I'm going to match your product. It's coming over here. That's it. Now, keep in mind, if he sends over all dark paints, that will let you know from the door that he's definitely not who he says he is. I'm done. Doo-doo. Just blended the screen. Just blended the screen. He doesn't make a paint that black. I feel sorry for, like I said, I feel sorry for anybody right now who just purchased his product just now. And he just told you that a light gray screen is the best way to go. And he has his logo on this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Which one? Kevin, right? Kevin, that's you? Ron. Shoot me your email address. I am going to put you on the list for the new screen we have coming out 9. Actually, I'm giving 5 of those away. Those particular screens, the new one we have, I'm actually giving those away. We're going to give them away. That's the screen we pulled up. We did the 9 on. We did the demonstration where we pulled up an image in a room full of sunlight. That is that new wallpaper invisible screen. Yeah, actually, there's another guy by the name of Scene. He's getting one too. And they're 120 wallpaper screens. They're not 100 inches. Let me see. All right, so look. Let's recap on this. That's the screen right there, right? Let's go downstairs. And let's look at the difference between and ours. So his product is pretty much a kind of, I don't even know if that is, to tell you the truth. I don't know if that's something new he's doing now, because like I said, I've never seen the guy with a dark gray screen. I've never seen him with one. Never seen him with one. He always protested that dark gray screens are the worst way to go. Let me see, where are we at and where's he at? Let's see. So this is the color of his screen. And our screens are black. That's definitely not black. So keep in mind that my screen, that's black, is pulling up a white level that's so high that I'm blending into his screen. Now, all the while, this fellow is the same person that was telling you that our screens come up so dark and so dirty that you can't even see the image. So how is it possible with your darkest mix, we are able to produce an image that blends into your screen, and your screen is lighter than ours? You explain that one to me. I really would like to know how that one even works. Tell me how that one even works. I told you, if that screen came up, did I say it already? When I sat up there with that other screen paint mix we made, I told you that's dark gray happened. We blended the screen. We blended the screen so well that you couldn't tell where it was at. I had to walk over to the screen and pull it up to show you where it was sitting at. I think he specially made that for us. Now, this is the color of our technology. Our screens are black. See that? That's a black technology right there. So how is it that I got a screen this dark and I'm able to pull up an image next to his that blends into his screen? Please, don't sit there and tell me my screen's too dark. Really? And I just matched your screen. I blended right into your. If it wasn't for that white piece of tape, your screen wouldn't even exist on my screen. As a matter of fact, let's do something funny. As a matter of fact, where's it at? It just fell off the wall. Your screen just fell off. It just quit. So I'm done! So now, Hold, let me see something for a minute. Keep in mind that the fellow who has been protesting to you you have any idea how many times I walk? Thank you so much for pointing that out, man. You have no idea. I used to do martial arts, man. I used to do professional fighting. I don't do it anymore. I'm too old. I'm 51 years old now. I'm an old man. I'm retired. But anyway, no, man, you don't understand. That's not the half of it, man. Look at this. I'm turning this into my gaming room. Look at them stairs. Whew. So that means I'm actually turning, this is the upstairs area. Y'all haven't seen this area up here. I'm working on it right now. Right now, we're just storing stuff up here for right now, but I'm turning this into a gaming center, but I got to clear it out some more. You know what I mean? I'm still working on it. Work in progress. And once it's done, it'll be hooked up. We'll put a screen right here, and it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm hooking it up for the summer. It's going to be my PS5. So that's going to be next. So it's going to be all PS5 there. So that's what I'm working on next. So imagine me coming from the basement and running up them stairs. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we matched the screen, but I don't know what this is, man. I've never seen him do a demonstration. This stuff is really dark. But anyway, we were able to blend it with no problem. Yeah, man. But we'll request the other stuff. So stay tuned, and I'm going to request his what you call. I'm going to request his UV mix because that's what we were supposed to have here. That was the original demonstration that we were talking about. We were supposed to have the UV mix here, and I guess he caught himself being slick and sending us a darker paint, but didn't realize Crow's kind of backfired on you because number one, your logo is on that paint, which means all the time that you were basically talking about black screens were the worst way to go and that you should stay away from us and all this stuff, you turn around and you develop a black screen or whatever. I don't know what this is. It's probably a black screen or gray screen or whatever it is. But you develop a dark gray screen, which means, bottom line, that kind of makes you a hypocrite. It really does. It really makes you a hypocrite. Now, like I said, I feel sorry for the individual who basically has your product right now, who just bought your screen paint mix, and you convince them that the light was the best way to go, and they're watching this video right now thinking, what the freak is that in the container? It's a really dark silver. It's not black, it's a dark silver. That's what it is. So bottom line is, I guess you must admit it. Keep in mind, by having your paint in that container and looking like that, you've actually admitted that I was right. That contrast is everything. And that's the best way to go. Because if you start seeing demonstrations of him demonstrating this product, that clearly shows that this man, number one, is a hypocrite. And number two, I was right the entire time when I told you that contrast was everything. And if that means that that's the point I told you that sooner or later, keep in mind, far after I die, and I'm off this earth, maybe somebody will pick where I start from. Maybe one day you kids might go into a movie theater and they might see an all black screen. Who knows? Oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize. What were you talking about? I do apologize. Let me see. No, I don't feed into that nonsense. This particular individual, we don't feed into his nonsense. If you come back and you say something like about how about Crow this and Crow that, I kind of ignore that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I only involve my stuff when he basically starts coming at our technology. Then I have to get involved. But other than that, when people come back and say, well, Crow said this and Crow said that, it's a bunch of hoopla. First of all, the fact that this man sat here, and I don't know why he did this, because keep in mind, this was a very bad move to make. Because if you protest that coffee is bad, so you put on campaigns after campaigns that coffee's bad, coffee's evil, coffee's the devil, and then somebody sees you sitting in Starbucks having a cup of coffee, what would you think? There you go. So he's been putting on these long protests that the black screens are the worst way to go, but yet he's in the process of, I don't know, he's working on one, or this is supposed to be a joke, or whatever it's supposed to be, but it doesn't make him look good. Number one, it makes him look like a scammer because, number one, we requested this. I've made this statement multiple times in our, you still going in? Yeah, I'm still going in. I'm definitely going in. I'm definitely going to be going in for a while. This is going to be, keep in mind, we have all his product coming here pretty soon. So sooner or later, out of one of those, we're going to get that light gray screen paint we asked for, because all of them can't be dark. Now, like I said, he sat there, like I said, you watch the demonstrations of us painting our screen paint on, whether it was black paint or whatever it's supposed to be, and he told you that black screens are not the way to go. So why is that container containing a dark gray screen in it? So dark that it's almost passable for black. So anybody who bought his product right now, you got scammed out of some money. Because here's the bottom line. He had to send us a dark gray screen. It had to come. The reason why is because if we got that personal mix or any light gray screen paint here, and we did a side-by-side demonstration on Bear's silver screen with contrast, his screen would have reacted to this. So by him sending a darker mix here was a bad idea, because now he has his logo on it. His name is on it. His support is on it. His backing's on it. So pretty much all the time when you were telling people that we were the scammers, we were dealing with black paint, that black screens were the worst way to go. They're too dark. They're bad for your projector. And he turns around and does this. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, he ate crow today. He had a lot of crow. Hold on for a minute. I was about to go in the refrigerator and get him a cup of milk, but I'm going to just leave that one alone. Unbelievable. All right. I got a lot to do. I got orders to get out. I think it's great that the fact that he did send us that screen paint. I like the fact that it is grayer. I mean, it's a dark gray, but it's not as black as our technology. The product was so dark and so dirty that it wouldn't pull up an image. And the fact that our screen, it matched the screen. It blended right in with no problem. As a matter of fact, it blended in so well, you couldn't even see the screen. I had to take the camera and push it up on top of it. Oh my goodness, that is really bad. But anyway, let's get this packaged up and we'll do something else with this tomorrow. I don't know what we'll do with this tomorrow, to tell you the truth. You know what I should do? I should order I'm gonna get his personal mix and put his personal mix against this. That's what I'm gonna do. And see what happens. Yeah, on any surface, yeah. You wanna see a crazy surface? All right, this is the motorized projection screen we just painted. Hold on for a minute. Let me find a cord for this thing. This is a motorized projection screen coated with our technology. Let me get all this stuff out of the way first. We're gonna, like I said, let's move on from there. We're gonna do this. Start over again. Like I said, it's just an eye opener for you how this guy's scamming you. But let's move on from there. We're done with this, okay? It's just funny that I find that this guy's protested so much about black screens, and here he is. He's basically selling you now. He's going to be selling you now pretty soon a dark gray screen paint. How is he going to basically work around that? I think he thinks you guys probably forgot that he did those demonstrations. But I'm going to show you. This is a motorized projection screen. If the video's gritty down here, I do apologize because we're down in the basement and video does not come up that good, but we'll work through it. So we're going to show you. This is a $68. And if you're curious about getting the projection screen, I will basically put a link where you can actually buy it from eBay for $58. $58, and the shipping was about $10 for me. Now, if you live overseas, it may be a little bit more, but still, you know what I mean? When you coat it with our technology, it came out amazing. We actually put it against a Darkstar 9. Yeah, they're over there ranting. That's what they do best. They rant. I don't pay them any mind. They just rant. It's just that I don't know why you would do that to yourself, and it baffles me. Why would you do that? Because you put on a campaign that black screens weren't the way to go, and yet you send us over a product with your name on it. That's your name on that with a black screen, not a black screen, but a very dark gray screen. So I don't know why he would do that to himself. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, some people do stuff, they don't think before they do it. That's what happens. And I don't think he really thought that through. Like I said, that makes him a hypocrite. It does. It makes him a hypocrite. So, you can't come on there no more and say anything nasty about my product saying, well, the screen comes up dark, because even on your darkest gray, whatever paint that is, we blended your screen. All right, so let me see. I got this thing all hooked up. There it is right there. Find my remote control for this. Let me see if everything's plugged up too. Let me see. We got this hooked up. Power cord. And oh wow, man, I'm telling you, this is why you have to have. I got to eat sometimes because man, I forgot to plug in my power. I need power here, people. All right.
So this is a question people have been asking me about motorized projection screens. Yeah, you can put motorized projection screens. Just give me 1 minute, please. I got to get the cord in here. I'm so sorry. Got to put you on the dirty floor. I do apologize. All right, so we're gonna got everything powered up. Let's find the remote control. Yeah, power's on. All right, remote control's on the floor. All right, here we go. Ready? This was an all-white motorized projection screen, and I coated it with our technology. And like I said, this product is designed to bleed into the surface because the last thing you want is for something to be too thick, to leave a layer on the screen. If you need a layer, keep in mind the motor is only designed to take a certain size of thickness when it comes to the screen. I think I have my Chromecast hooked up to this, I'm not sure. There you go. And that's on a cheap white motorized projection screen. Right there. Oh, and by the way, let me show you. These are our samples we test our stuff on. Right here. My battery's dying. Yeah, so keep in mind, like I said, that's like I said, cheap motorized projection screen. I picked up over at eBay for like $65, and look. Oh no, I'm not worried about Crow. I'm not worried about Crow. I'm really shocked that he did that. That he sent over paint that dark. You know what I mean? I'm really shocked on that. I'm gonna order the UV mix. I'm gonna order it again. So we're just gonna drop another $124, and again, we'll order it again. And this time, everybody here is bear witness to what I'm saying. We're gonna request from Crow a light gray screen paint so we can do the demonstration side by side on contrast levels versus bare silver screen and Killzone other paints that they have. So everyone's here to witness this. So I'll play this video back again. Make sure Mr. Crow is watching this, that everybody else bears witness to basically what we requested from him, and we'll do it again. If the paint comes back a darker gray again and not as requested, then you know darn well this guy is basically just he's tucking duck, cover duck whatever, running whatever. He's not doing what he's supposed to do, man. The bottom line is, come on, man, just give us the paint that we asked for. That's all we asked for. That's all we asked for. I seen the UV mix, and it's a little dark, but it's not that dark. It's not that dark. That paint was very, very dark. I mean, very dark. It's not that dark. I've seen the UV mix before. The UV mix is kind of like a it's kind of like a little bit of I'd say a darkish silver, but it's not that dark. That screen was literally, he basically put something to make it darker, and he was probably hoping that maybe that our screen wasn't going to come out that bright or whatever. I don't think he was expecting for our screen to blend his screen. And like I said, our screen's darker than his screen, and we're able to pull up a high enough white level to blend into his screen, which basically proves the theory when he was talking about, sorry, I'll answer the question about the plexiglass in a minute, which proves the theory when he was talking about that our product was literally so dark that you couldn't see it. So if our product was so dark and couldn't see it, how were we able to blend into your screen when our screen paint is darker than your screen? But the bigger question you got to ask your customers the next day is the fact that why are you basically ranting about black screens and being the worst, but you have your name on a dark gray screen? That kind of makes you a hypocrite. But the plexiglass, yes, you can paint plexiglass. Actually, that's plexiglass. We got a couple of sheets of plexiglass. That's plexiglass? Oh, there's a plexiglass. not humble pie, my friend. You're the one that got the humble pie, and I tell you why you had the humble pie. You protested that, bottom line, black screens were the worst. You made them look like to be dark screens that could not produce white levels, and yet we were able to blend your screen. And keep in mind, our screen is black. You keep forgetting that. Our screen is a physical black screen. The paint that you displayed was a dark gray, and we were able to blend your screen with no problem. Not only that, keep in mind, you've been protesting, man. You've been protesting that, you know, you don't want to go near a black screen. You don't want to bother with black. You want your screen too dark. Your images will come up dark. And yet your name is sitting there on a container in my shop sporting a dark screen paint. That makes you a hypocrite right there. It does. I'm sorry, but it does. It doesn't make a difference if it's not black, Crow. You do. Bottom line, you got to understand. You basically complain that dark is the worst way to go. You see how dark, put it this way, it doesn't make a difference. You see how dark that screen is? Did you watch the demonstration? Your screen is very dark. Almost near black. That makes you a hypocrite, my friend. I'm going to show you. I want you to look at your screen because I clearly think you're colorblind. I think you're colorblind. Dude, look. That's your screen paint right there. Look at this. I think you're seriously colorblind. You don't have any products that you sell that are this dark. Look at this. That's your product right there. That's what I painted out of that container. So that means all the while that you were sitting there telling your customers that a black screen was the worst way to go, you have a dark gray screen. Almost passable for black. That makes you a hypocrite, my friend. And your name is on it. But don't worry, Mr. Crow. Your PayPal account is about to get a boost because I'm going to get that light gray screen paint one way or another. I'm going to order again from you today. Don't worry, my friend. He's ranting right now. We're going to order the screen paint from Mr. Crow. We're going to order all of them. We're going to get them down here so that way we can do the demonstration, which was supposed to be done as in bare silver screen, the special screen paint I have in the can, versus his light gray screen paints. And the demonstration was supposed to be done on contrast levels. But Mr. Crow thought he was slick by putting in a darker paint, and that way basically deterred our demonstration. But it backfired on you, my friend, because it makes you look like a scammer. Because your name should never be on something that you do not support. That's what you have to understand. You don't put your name on something that you don't support. And you put your name on on almost a near black screen. How am I jelly if I just sat there and just blended his screen? And all right, so look, as I said, the Crowaholics are upset and they're mad. The bottom line is Crow is basically a hypocrite and a scammer because, like I said, what we requested, we did not get. Also, too, keep in mind that the UV mix, whatever he makes, if it is a darker, it's not this color. Look at the color of the screen. That is very, very dark. Let me know if you ever seen sport a screen like this in any of his demonstrations. Never have. Actually, I did the demonstration. Our screen blended the screen. We matched the screen with no problem. We did do the demonstration. I did the demonstration on different levels. Yes, I did. I painted on the screen. And also, too, I did the demonstration and I matched. So I sat there and said in the demonstration, when I pulled up that gray screen, I said, I bet you we blended screen. And we did. We blended the screen. Now, if this is supposed to be his product, like I said, it's a light gray product. Well, not light gray. A dark gray product. And our screen is supposed to be black. Shouldn't our screen have pulled up a darker image? Shouldn't our screen came up darker than his screen? So how is it possible that his screen was lighter than my screen because it's not black? His screen is gray.
My screen is black, and I'm able to pull up a blend hit screen with no problem. That means my screen isn't dirty and it isn't dark, and that means you can't see the images. As you're seeing right here on some light colors in a fully lit environment. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen Crow do any of my demonstrations? We don't even have the paint that he avoided bringing over here. He's never brought it over here. We're going to order that tonight. That you order a light personal mix, whatever, that was the demonstration was based off. The demonstration, every video, if you go back before we even opened the box, we sat there and said that we're going to do a contrast demonstration. So in order to save his neck from doing a contrast demonstration, he sends us over a darker screen paint, which is much darker than the product he has, because you do know this sports a new name on it, right? It's supposed to be some 2020 something UB times 10 mix. That's what it's supposed to be. So either this is something new he's working on, and if he's working on something new and this is a new screen paint he's developing, it means that I was right the entire time when I told you that contrast was everything. That means the entire time this guy preached that black screens were the worst, he's now trying to make one himself. That makes him a hypocrite. That means all of you that went out and purchased, you Crowomanians who purchased that light gray screen paint mix, and he telling you that was the best way to go, well, basically he swindled you, because now you got to turn around and you have to buy this, because now he's going to tell you this is the best way to go. That's a black screen producing a white level right there. But like I said, the tests aren't over yet. We'll get the UV mix over here, or not UV mix, we'll get the personal mix over here, and we'll resume the demonstration. As we said before, we're going to do it against a light screen paint mix, as we said, in contrast, because keep in mind, in Crow's protests, he protests that the bottom line is that black screens are the worst way to go because they cannot pull up a high enough white level. So if that's his protest, why would you send us a dark screen? Yeah. Bottom line is, it's a scam. This right here. Oh, so bottom line is, you're saying he does the same demonstrations that we have. All right. We're not done yet. We still have demonstrations to do against the high performance screens. So they're not done yet. But keep in mind, like I said, the paint that we requested and asked for, that's the paint we're going to get. And keep in mind, your technology doesn't do what we do. Dude, I got 126 downstairs. You know your measurements? All right. We got the Crowomanians coming into the room. They're upset. And I know why they're upset, because the bottom line, like I said, Crow, you don't support black technology, but yet you send us this mess right here. So the bottom line is that either you're a hypocrite, or you're making something new, or basically I'm right, because when I said that contrast is everything, you have no choice but to convert over to black technology. Which means that means all the products that you were selling were actually not too good. But like I said, I'm going to put my order in a few minutes, and I'm going to order the personal mix, and we're going to order the Cinema Black from you next. All right. So I will be ordering from you in a few minutes. I'll basically show you guys the order when it goes through, and the email from Mr. Crow for us requesting the personal mix, and we'll do the contrast demonstrations again as it was supposed to be done. Now, for what the Crowomanians don't understand is, when I tell them this, that throughout the entire demonstration, before we unboxed the boxing, we were actually buying paint for a light gray screen paint mix demonstration. Common sense would tell them, if they had any, that if I'm going to get a screen paint that's darker, why would I go out and buy light gray screen paint to go against it? It was supposed to be a contrast demonstration, but it doesn't make a difference. We're able to blend the screen. Now they're sitting there talking about, oh, well, whatever, so and so and so. Keep in mind, the screen is great. It does not pull contrast. It does not have the capability to pull contrast, but our screen having the ability to have produce white levels so high that we can turn on and we can blend a screen that's slightly colored, slightly lighter than us. Keep in mind, as I said in his demonstrations, my screen is supposed to be so dark you can't see it. So how's a black screen pulling an image so high that I can sit there and blend his screen that's lighter than mine? Chromadius, I need you to answer on that. I asked you a simple question. How is a black screen producing a white level so high that I can match a screen that is slightly lighter than mine? I'm going to be quiet for a minute, give you a chance to answer that. Now, see what I'm talking about? They'll run their mouth, but when I ask them a question on how it's done, no one has nothing to say. Don't think, oh, I'm sorry, did I confuse you? I'm sorry, did I confuse you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. My apologies. Sorry, did I confuse you? My bad. I asked you a simple question. Come on, man. I asked you a simple question. Just explain to me how in the world does a black screen produce a white level high enough to blend into a gray screen, but yet the gray screen is slightly lighter than the screen? That's all I'm asking you. Oh, no, I'm not worried about him. We just signed, let me tell you something right now. We just signed a very heavy contract with a big company that wants to deal with black technology only. They're not considered with gray. They're not concerned with dark gray. They want black technology. Now, they've already tested our stuff already. And if this all works out, that means we will be shipping out hundreds and thousands of gallons to big companies, storefronts, just about everything with our name and logo attached to it. And keep in mind, let me tell you something, and keep in mind, this is an 8. An 8 is way beyond. 9, he doesn't even sit on the level of a 9 and 10. 10 hasn't even been seen yet. We did a display on a 9 light. Just like this, I'll show you the demonstration live with sunlight on a 1500 lumen projector at 10 feet back. So those are the Widowmakers. When those things launch, and we're going to launch the screens probably around we're going to launch probably around somewhere in the summer. Those screens are going to launch. There's nothing can hold a candle to those screens. That's why these contracts are coming with these companies, because they know, bottom line is, when that 9 launches, it is going to be an insane piece of the screen. The screen is absolutely incredible. And keep in mind, the smoke screen that we displayed was only at 10% and was taken in direct sunlight through a window. That's the screen right there. Oh, he's going to be plenty jealous, man. He's going to be plenty jealous. But keep in mind, look, and then on top of that, we brought the price down to basically to where anybody can afford it. I just showed a demonstration of my screen matching a freaking, what was it, the Darkstar 9 on a screen that was a motorized projection screen. I think I paid around, hey, Steve, what's going on, man? How you doing? Yeah, I knew he's going to send something dark, because a demonstration on contrast levels. As I said before, when I was doing the demonstration, I said, look, we have to do black screens versus black screens all the time, right? To show off the white levels. And we were asking him to bring up a gray screen so we could do a demonstration against bare silver screen and other light screens on contrast. I knew he was going to send us a dark screen, but it kind of backfired on him because I've never seen him with anything that dark, ever. Maybe he might have the Frankenstein is probably about, let me show you the color of the Frankenstein. So we have a screen paint here that comes in about the same blend as a Frankenstein. I'm going to show you how dark this screen literally was that he sent us. Now this right here is, let me see. Let me show you this. Look at this. So you can see this, how dark the screen was. He doesn't have anything like this. So the Frankenstein is a little bit dark gray. Now you see it? That's the color of a dark gray screen right here. That screen he sent us was nearly black. That's how I knew he wasn't going to send us what we asked for. But we'll put a request in the today. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I got it down here. Nope. We'll put a request in for it today. Look at this. And that's on my
I can find it. That's painted on a motorized screen. Now you see that? That's the white wall, right? This is our technology right here. There's going to be another strip with our technology painted on a stucco. Yeah, hold on, I got my battery in because my battery's dying on my phone real quick. But when I saw that screen come out, I was like, wait a minute, it's too dark. There was something wrong there. And not I'm a person, man. I'm really honest person. It's a shame. It was a shame. I thought I was going to get a fair demonstration out of them, and I couldn't even get that. Hold on. I couldn't even get that out of them. It's a shame. You see it now? That's Crow's paint right there. See that black paint right there? That's supposed to be his product. That's not a UB mix. UB mixes are not that dark. You see this right here? This is the mix that we have. This is the color he would have for a Frankenstein. That product he sent us was near black. And it has his name on it. That's why I told you something was wrong about that. When I looked at it, I was like, wait a minute. When I was taking it off and I was staring at it, I've seen the UB mix before. It's kind of a darker kind of silver, but it's not that dark. Now this is a dark gray right here. But it doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're able to blend the screen with no problem. Our white levels are really high on the screen. If our white levels weren't that high, that means the screen would basically our screen would have came out darker. Yep. But we'll do it again. I can waste some more money. I'll waste some more money. We'll ask for it again. See that right there? You let me know anytime you've ever known Crow to develop a paint that dark in any of his demonstrations. I'm telling you, people like that, boy, I'm telling you, you can't even do things by the book. Are you kidding me? I ain't worrying about it. I'm good. I got work to do tomorrow. I got orders to push out tomorrow. I have orders all this week coming in, so I'm really busy. But I'm going to order it again, and we'll go through it again. I'm going to order the product again. This time, like I said, all of you are here. You're hearing me make this statement, so I'm basically going to go in. We're going to ask for the personal mix from him, and hopefully he basically honors his agreement and sends us the personal mix. But other than that, yeah, he doesn't make anything like this to begin with. So either he custom made this or whatever. I don't know why you would do this, and especially put your name attached to it. I don't put my name on anything that I don't support, so I don't know why you would do that. It doesn't make you look good. It makes you look really bad. Man, this dude is really, there's something wrong with him. It really is something wrong with him. It don't bother me at all. It's just sad that you see people like this. It really is. Yeah, he is. He's giving himself a really bad name. Really bad name. So, Crow, if you need the money that bad, you can keep the $124. You know, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to put down. I'm not even going to write anything bad on your eBay account, which I should. I should put something down as you brought up what you sold me here, but I'm not. I'm going to take the high road. I'm not going to put down anything bad on it whatsoever. I'm just going to leave it as it is. You can keep the money, enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the money. You'll have some more coming your way. I plan to place an order for your personal mix, so we are here on the same page. We are going to be requesting for Crow's personal mix, and we will do the demonstration, which was set out to be done as in doing a contrast demonstration on his product against other light gray screen paint mixes, which we'll do it again. I'll make another order for the day, and I basically will show you the email of me requesting the personal mix from him directly. All right, so we can go from there. I keep forgetting I'm in stream. I can't answer messages. All right, we got much to do tomorrow too, cause let's see what we're working on tomorrow. We're going to be displaying a 10 tomorrow. So finally we get a chance to display a 10. I haven't had a chance to show up that screen yet. It is downstairs. We actually do have a 10, Supreme 10 downstairs. We just haven't had a chance to show it off. So that will be displayed tomorrow. Also too, we'll be doing some demonstrations on the 9. Also too, like I said, remember, keep in mind where he thought that, wait a minute, let's see if I can go upstairs and go downstairs to get it. Okay, so this will show you something interesting. I don't have much battery life on my phone, so I'm gonna have to kind of wing it. I'm gonna wing it, people. I'm gonna wing it. Let's go over here real quick. We're gonna wing it. Right, there we go. Yeah, look at that. That is freaking, dude. I gotta, if he doesn't, let me tell you something right now. If he doesn't do any demonstrations on that paint we had downstairs as being a new product, part of his selection, then you will definitely know that he custom made that paint for us. So basically it would come up the way it did. So since this is a new product for 2020, as he claimed, he should be doing demonstrations on his product. And if he does demonstrations on his product with the paint being this dark, that proves that I was right all along when I was saying that black is the only way to go. That means all that nonsense he was talking about, black screens are garbage and they're too dark, that means Mr. Crow has become the ultimate hypocrite. So that's going to be interesting to see if he basically posts any video demonstrations on that product. Let me show you something real quick. I had to charge in real quick because my battery's dying on my phone. Booyah. Now, let's show you really quick. I'm going to put this right over here just for a minute. I got to put you on top of this Sony. So really quick, I'll show you really fast. I want you to stare at this really quick. That is a 9, right? If you look at 9s, 9s look like they're everyday screens, right? If I take this screen, which is supposed to be Crow's, whatever paint this is supposed to be, right? And I stick it on top of Crow's, right? Now watch this. 9s look like they're blacks, but they're not black screens. They're actually gold. Well, kind of a goldish brown. We'll see. I gotta disconnect this for a minute. Just for a minute. My battery might die, but I'm good. I'm at probably about 7%, so I'm good. So this is what happens when we stick a 9 against a green. You see the strange color it has? So what color is it? If I lay it down, it looks black. But if I stand it against a black screen, what color do you think it is? Now, if I take, whatever this is, Crow's, whatever this stuff is, and we put this here, and if I take the gray paint, which I have here, because Crow was trying, we first did this demonstration showing off a 9, what they look like. They have a strange kind of color to them. Crow did a demonstration saying that the paint was black. I said, no, you put your foot in your mouth. That screen's not black. It has a very strange color to it. Now, if this is gray right here, what color is it? It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life, isn't it? Watch this. Now it's black. Oh, can't show you that much yet. No. I mean, look, I'm just giving you a sneak peek of what this stuff does already. I can't show you that part yet. No. I told you that this technology we're developing is going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna tell you the weirdest thing you ever seen. I'm gonna tell you something. That paint has the ability, the coating that we're developing has the ability to be able to mimic to light. So the light environment that changes, that screen will actually adjusts the light. It's interesting. No, I can't show you that. You know why? Because that technology you're seeing right there, there is no information on it, no test on it, no demonstration. There's not even a video demonstration on it. You know why? Because that paint right there, that coating, is in the process of being patenting that technology. We're going to put a patent on it, and that's why there's no names on it. The name of it, the nickname for that technology is called AR9, or Ambient Light Rejection 9. That's not the real name. The real name is actually in the process of having copyrights attached to it.
That technology downstairs is the reason why we're getting contracts. Because companies we have a few companies that actually we have NDAs with who had that technology. They're testing it out. That thing is like nothing you ever seen before in your entire life. If you look at it, it looks black. When I put that screen up, you can't tell what color it is. It's a cross between a gold or brown or whatever, but they can't figure out what it is. But it's the most interesting form of technology we've ever developed. We can't put that against the wall, man. I got investors tied to that. When we have technology like that, that's brand new like that, we don't put it on that level. It has to be done under certain demonstrations that have to be done. Out of curiosity, no, I can't do it. I have a lot of people investing money on that technology right there. Can't do it. Sorry. Not even out of curiosity, can't be done. That kind of testing, some of that stuff has to be done behind closed doors because there's contracts behind it. Trust me, there's that way that technology is developed, there's not too many screens that are going to be able to handle what that screen can do. Keep in mind, we showed off the 9. I think the 9 was at the 9. The 9, no, smoke. That's the smoke screen over there. That screen was displaying images at 1,500 lumens and a well-lit environment with sunlight. Oh, against the wall? So if we get a battery charge, stays that long. Let me see. Hold on, we got lens shift on these things. On one. There you go. This is our black technology right there. It doesn't pick up. Damn, where's my remote control? Like seriously, do I have them around here? Oh, come on, man. See, this is what I mean. I lose stuff literally all over the house. This is my life right here. So there's Crow's screen for the black screen. It's supposed to develop right there, and that's our screen right there. Dude, the screen, where the screen is sitting. It's right there at the bottom. It's right across the screen right there. This is a lens shift. This projector has lens shift capability, which means I can push the lens down. Trying to figure out if I have any tape where I can help you with your research here. Hold on. There you go. That's why I want to see a demonstration if I'm basically actually advertising this. This is something that he made for our demonstration. He doesn't make anything this dark. Doesn't look white. Oh, shoot. And I'll keep in mind, like I said, screen's lighter than ours.
guess what? I almost broke my phone. Whew. That's parts of it too. Charge it upstairs. First things first, keep in mind, you're saying that his screen didn't wash out. His screen is dark. Let me tell you that from the door. Crow does not support black screens. He supports only light gray screens. Now, the request that we asked for in the demonstration was a light gray screen. We know light gray screens are automatically going to wash out to a black screen. The screen that he's developed, he has down there, we're going to test that against white levels. So all those demonstrations we brought up because, like I said, the product he has down there, he doesn't have that product anywhere in his collection. Crow does not develop black screens. Now, as I said before, if he developed a black screen or a dark gray screen, that makes him a hypocrite because keep in mind, this is something that he protested about. He protested that he doesn't bother with black screens at all because they pick up dark and dirty images. Someone's going to tell you one thing, but they're going to sell you another thing. So I'm curious to see if he does any video demonstration on the product he just sent to us. Now, if he's doing demonstrations on this product, that means I was right the entire time when I was telling you that contrast was worth everything and that light gray screen paints are not worth the time. Can't argue with that. The truth is truth. You go back and check his videos. He does not support black screens. So why is that whatever's in that product, why do we have a screen that dark here in the shop if he doesn't support it? And if he is going to support it, that means the bottom line is what you're going to have here is that the fact that he is going to be a hypocrite. He is basically going to have a product that he says that he doesn't support, but now he supports it. And if he does, all well and good, because that means I'm right. I'm 100% right when I told you that technology, all these light gray screens out here are trash and they have to change over to black technology. You have no choice because either you're going to roll with black technology or get crushed by it. And if Crow has finally woke up and realized that the best way to go is with black technology, that means I was right 100%. That means one day your kids might walk in and see a movie theater with an all black screen. So am I right or am I wrong? Was I right the entire time when I was telling you that all these screens out here should be black? Or was I wrong? Or you guys were protesting saying light gray screens were the best way to go, that they give you brighter colors. Well, for some reason, this man did not send me any light gray screen. He sent me a dark screen. So maybe Crow has figured out that I was right the entire time, that when I said that black is the best way to go, it is the best way to go. So that means any of y'all who own any of the lighter screen paint mixes that you own, I would request the darker screen from him. I would request your money back. So what do you think about that one? Am I wrong? So right now, he should be discontinuing those particular paints. He should not be selling them. Anybody want to chime in on that one? No? Okay then. I thought so. All right, so we'll see if we'll put an order in for the day for the lighter screen paint mixes for tomorrow. Oh, by the way, the reason why we're not bothered by this is because once those contracts go through, you do know that bottom line, I'll be mainstream. And once I become mainstream, that means the bottom line is I may be doing with corporations only. Just a little lightener, but the future that may come to light very soon. See, a lot of people don't realize is that we've been working with major and bigger companies. And with bigger companies, with our technology embedded in that, and basically with us having the ability to be able to mainstream our technology, means we can just go with doing distributorship contracts only. We could pull our line away from customers altogether and just deal with basically dealing with mainstream companies where I would make millions of dollars easily. That's why the 9 and 10 are developed. Always a bigger picture, my friend. Always a bigger picture. But keep in mind, I still plan to basically develop screens for the everyday Joe, so everybody else can have that kind of high technology. But we are already set on that path already. It's already in the process. That's why I told you in 2020, when I announced about the 9 and 10, I told you something really big was coming, and I was not joking. Something extremely big is coming. We have, like I said, several major companies. We're not going to mention the name. They've already tested it, and they feel that black technology is the only way to go. And because of that, this is the reason why they're pushing us to basically take it to the next level. Now, their next level is going to be a little different because if they have their way, and chances are I don't want another way, chances are you may see one of our screens with a $10,000 price tag attached to it. As what I said, next level. All right, with that being said, I got to go. I think I've told you a little too much. I got to get out of here. I got orders to process for tomorrow, and I got to put that order in for that paint because, like I said, the demonstration was supposed to be done on contrast. But like I said, I'm curious to see where this go. I think I'm right on this. I think Jamie has decided to switch over to a darker screen, and if he has, that means I have been right the entire time. Either way, it's still win-win. Gotta go. God bless.